What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. It's a brand new start to another week. Let's get it fucking rocking, huh? Hope everybody had an awesome weekend. And an even better start to your week. And if not, hopefully we can help each other get the beginning of this week turned around. That's kind of the point of the show. To get together, have some fun, get the week started on a positive note. Enjoy something a little tasty. Hope everybody's staying warm out there. I need a sip of coffee. Cheers. Nice and warm. It is a cold one outside. 18 degrees in Rochester, New York. 4 to 5 inches of lake effect snow coming. Something like that. With wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour. It's winter. So I just had to take the Wickin It and Kickin It logo and cover it with snow. I found that appropriate. But yeah, let me know what you guys are up to. Let me know what you guys are rocking with tonight. Feel free to drop me a Discord DM or Facebook Messenger. Your hand checks and your desk checks. I already snagged a few things that I found poking around the interwebs earlier today across a couple different platforms. Seems like we got a couple new friends in the house tonight. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. Either that or I just don't recognize your names because YouTube has been not using like people's nicknames. It's been using like their actual account names. Daniel, what's up, dude? Daniel often sometimes I see he catches the replay. It's good to see you live, man. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. BB 3866. That's a new name. I think that's it so far for new names. Yeah, let me know what you guys are enjoying tonight. What liquids? Maybe you're working on a recipe. Maybe you're building or re-wicking something along with me tonight. Tonight, we're going to be doing a little mixing again. The original plan was hopefully to show off some new squonkers, set up some, or wick up some RDAs to get those new squonkers going. But I forgot today's a holiday. Happy MLK Day. So mail didn't come. And those things were taking their sweet time getting here. The squonkers didn't arrive. And I still haven't received my latest Bull City order. And I was kind of hoping to dip into that SSA lemon pound cake, but next time, I guess. But I do have some ideas. You might remember last week we mixed up that white chocolate raspberry ice cream, and I vaped it throughout the week. I actually crushed that whole 30 ml bottle. It was tasty enough to just keep on ripping on, but it could use some alterations, some tweaks. I found that as it steeped out, I feel like the cotton candy was a little excessive and kind of drowned out the raspberry a little bit, and the white chocolate, as it started to push forward a little more, started to drown out the raspberry a little bit. So we're gonna tweak those a little bit. And then I've got the recipe from Saturday's AFL. I still haven't mixed yet. The first attempt at a red velvet cookie. I don't know. It's hard to say. This is the last few drops in the Elder Dragon of last week's mix. I don't know. Maybe it's just as I continued vaping it, I started to lose the raspberry as I got used to it, because now it doesn't seem so bad. I still kind of want to tweak it though. I want to lower the cotton candy, lower the white chocolate a little bit. Maybe even take one of them out. Maybe introduce a little bit of raspberry jam. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out when we pull it up. But yeah, let's see who else is here. Let's see who else is here. We got Jay Logan. He made it. Jay Logan made it first. We got Dell. Dell's all about that big wick energy. Corporate Jason saying yo-yo to everyone. Brian Enoch. Neil Pitts. Hello, hello. BB 3866, we already said hello to and welcome. 9 degrees here, said Jay Logan. Dang. 78 in San Diego. Isn't it always? Daniel, again, great to see you. The trademark alien emoji. You'll love to see it. Sky is supposed to be a light show. If the clouds part tonight, there is going to be some strong northern lights. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, sometimes we do get to see those faintly over Lake Ontario up here in Rochester, New York, or if you're further away from the city. I mean, I know if you like get your camera out and play with like all that fun stuff, that it helps you see them. I've never really tried before, but that's awesome. I love the Northern Lights. Jay Logan got his ELR set up, dude. That's rad. Awesome, dude. Love to see it. BB says Odin Mini DNA 75C Reload S. Very nice with a Twisted Timmy's Paradigm Shift. Oh, a classic Twisted Timmy's liquid. Daniel is testing the BCF new mango flavor in a recipe. It's a good mango. Just stopped in to say hi. Dude, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you. I have not got a chance to try any of the new BCF flavors. I will be tuning in, keeping a lookout for when you do a show on them. Tuning in to see your thoughts, my dude. I haven't seen you guys going live in a while, though. Although, I've been super busy and I've missed a lot. Tim, afternoon. Tim NZ, good afternoon. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. I'm guessing afternoon must be the land of Oz or New Zealand. Maybe that's what NZ is. We're supposed to be able to see them here in Arkansas tonight. Very cool. Corporate Jason's on the Blaze Pro Max. Blaze New Zealand. Okay, sweet. Blaze Pro Max HD 200 XP on the Sidekick Mech. Yeah, you got to add all those extra names. Dano's tested them all. Just I had time to go live with family issues and shit. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's understandable though. Just lost my spirit. I'll be back eventually when I get time. Okay. Yeah, man. You take care of what you need to take care of. You know, the community's always going to be here. The people who watch your show are always going to show up when you're ready to come back, dude. Excited for the Northern Lights tonight? Hell yeah, dude. Man, I didn't even think about it. Jay Logan sent in pictures of my flavors I pulled out. They're old but still seem good. Oh yeah. Like I said, man, I've got bottles from like 2022, maybe even 2021 that still seem pretty good. I already know, Dell. I already know. Hell yeah. Dell's got a Gundam check. We'll be checking in with a Gundam check from Dell when we do the hand checks and desk checks. And if you're not following Dell on his YouTube channel, give him a subscribe, dude. If you like cool freaking robot model kits, that's what he's doing over there. And he does a fantastic job. I'm super envious of the super clear shots that he gets. Now, I do have a new camera that I've still been too lazy to set up, and I'm sure I could probably get some clearer shots with that. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right, sick. All 15 mil? All right, sweet. Neil says, Daniel's been hoping the show comes back soon. Yeah, man. A little bit slower in the chat tonight. Looking like some people might be showing up late now. I know Bogan was live earlier, but I'm pretty sure he's already done. And unfortunately, we're clashing with Sortil on Monday nights as well. So some people might be over there supporting Sortil. I don't know if he's live yet or not. It's unfortunate, but if that's the time that he can go live, more power to him. I got mad respect for Sortil, and I'm just happy to see him back doing his thing. So shout out to Sortil. It's great to have him back on the YouTube. Jay Logan said, when I bought mine, the 15 ml bottles were under $1. Oh, did you get flavors when Nick River closed the River Supply site down? Oh, Sortil is off tonight. White's birthday. Well, happy birthday to Sortil's wife. Heck yeah. If I remember right, the national championship is going. Oh yeah, national championship in college football. That's right. I forgot. I'm mad at football right now. I'm super mad at football right now. The Bills got robbed. Of course, without 5 turnovers, they wouldn't have put themselves in a position for the refs to be able to decide the game. I think they should have fired Brandon Beane instead of Coach McDermott. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? Life has hit us all. Got to focus on other stuff. 100%, man. 100%. Dickie Mo, yo yoy. Yeah, listen, Neil, I think it's a mistake too. Because before that, they were in a 17-year playoff drought. All right. And I understand they couldn't get over the hump. They couldn't get past the divisional round, the AFC championship many years. They've had a couple wild card round losses. But 8 out of 9 years, they've been to the playoffs. I understand that they've lost many games in the fourth quarter or even in overtime. And that usually points to a coaching issue. But the coach wasn't on the field fumbling the ball and throwing interceptions. And unfortunately, Josh Allen can't be perfect every game. I feel like the general manager failed to put weapons around him. He did make one decent move by adding Brandon Cooks towards the end of the year there. Brandon Cooks, that was a catch. But though, that was 100% a catch. The same exact catch happened in the Rams-Bears game last night, and they ruled it a catch. So that just goes to show you the script, follow the script. I love sports ball, especially when they make a half-court field goal touchdown. Yeah, sports, yeah. Listen, I'm not as into it as I used to be. I used to be so super passionate about sports, addicted to fantasy football. I'm just a casual fan now, but it is a little upsetting. It is a little upsetting, but that's enough football. We're here to enjoy some vape stuffs. People need to stop blaming coaches and just blame the players on the field. Yeah, that's true. Listen, football's a team sport. You win as a team, you lose as a team. Good evening, Hippo. Cheers to you, my friend. The calls made it look rigged, yeah. Think they should have fired their defensive coach? That's what hurt them this year? Yeah, they were getting gashed on the ground all year. And just giving up too many big plays. Coffee chairs, indeed. I like playing them with friends and family and going to live games. No watching on TV. Yeah, I don't typically watch the games on TV like I used to. every game I could. I would watch. Listen, man. I enjoy hanging out with my friends online, or watching random YouTube videos more than sports these days. I'm gonna snag all these, and I'm gonna share them when we get there. Thank you for. Oh yeah, that's a pretty decent collection of flavors you got there, bud. The only thing that sucks is I gotta open every single one up in photos, or it won't let me add it to the post to share. But we manage. It's something I can do while continuing to talk, at least. There, boom, we got them all. Yo-yo kickball tourney. Whoa, yo, that would be mad fun if I could still run. I miss doing things like playing kickball, or even being able to walk some days. Hippo's running his Dead Rabbit 4 in solo mode, ripping pretty good. Hippo really digs that Dead Rabbit V4. Listen, I definitely wanted, at some point, I wouldn't mind giving the Dead Rabbit Solo a shot, or the Dead Rabbit Pro looked really promising, actually. How's Pacey doing? She's quiet. She's hiding somewhere. She's quiet and she's hiding somewhere. And I got Dean here. Dean's chilling in his room. We already fed him dinner, so... But I still guarantee that if you pay attention, you might see his head bob into the background there to go grab snacks, because, you know, he's a growing boy, and the kid just eats me out of house and home. Been thinking about picking up a Dead Rabbit Mini. Oh, yeah, the Dead Rabbit Mini. 20 millimeter little squonky guy. It does look like a little flavor banger, man. Listen, hashtag fuck Hellvape. What they do make some tasty performing atomizers. I did this recipe, Steve. It's called Red Velvet. Oh, you know what? We're gonna pull that up and keep that window in the background here for when we start sharing recipes. Let's see. Where are you? Got him. The site, continue to cite. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, I almost used the pudding milk chocolate natural in mine. It was one of the flavors that I had out. I wish I would have gotten the red velvet from Wonder Flavors when Bull City had it on 50% off. It was one that I had meant to grab. Ern says I can get Hellvape tanks for wholesale, I believe. Oh, nice. See, yeah, that definitely makes it tempting. See, there's certain things, especially they're super affordable as well, and they're obtainable. All right, accessibility is key, especially when it comes to like somebody that's newer to vaping, newer to rebuildables, somebody just looking to get into it and have a device that they're able to pick up. You know, so they can continue on their journey of non-smoking, and Hellvape makes their products available. You know, that's a positive. The minis are okay. Hashtag fuck Hellvape. Good evening, Canadian Vapor. Neil says I got the Dead Rabbit Mini with the beauty ring. It's 20 millimeters without 18. Wait. I thought it was 20 millimeters without, and then 22 millimeters with it. It's 18 millimeters without? Dang, that's tiny. Rabbits are unrated? Underrated? Hope everyone is doing great. Canadian Vapor, I hope you're doing great, man. But yeah, uh, little something that I'm rocking with. I got the dwarf back out. I finally cleaned out the. I finally cleaned out the sparrow and put that down. 22 with, okay. And put that. And took a little break from the sparrow. I had to get the dwarf back out. I feel like it needs to be rewicked because it's. I don't know. It's not consistent. I don't know. It's been a couple days, so maybe my cotton's collapsing a little bit. But if you guys check out the vlog on Thursday, hopefully it shows up this Thursday. I submitted a Cracklegasm submission with this tank. From when I first rewicked it, it was cranking and crack-a-lacking. It still is now, but it was popping more consistently. Only Hell Vape thing I have is the Hell Beast, great flavor, but backwards post. Yeah, they've got a couple like that. I think the only thing I have is the Rebirth. Used to have a Drop Dead, but I gave it to a friend because it was his favorite RDA ever, and he broke the post on it, one of the posts on his. Ern says the DM him. Dead Rabbit 4 is an absolute beast. Hell yeah. Ryan, what's up, dude? Yeah, I mean, it's getting endorsements from Ryan and Hippo. And even just looking at the deck design and everything, the airflow, I full on believe that, and I trust your guys' opinion. Yeah, it's tiny. You have to be careful when squonking or it will pour out the airflow. Yeah. I kind of wanted to grab one because it comes in blue. And I wanted a little squonk RDA with a blue cap. I've really been looking for a blue Vena. And not necessarily has to be authentic. I've got plenty of Vena clones, and here's the thing about the Vena clones. The clones are the only ones that have a cap that's like a brighter, like more cobalt style of blue color. The SXK ones, they're the only ones that make that blue. Now the authentics, they have a titanium blue, but they're more of like a faded titanium blue color. Kim C, hello. She says, hello, everyone. Wanted to escape the world for a few. Thank goodness for Steve-O's show. Oh, thank you. I mean, that's really kind of the purpose, you know? Could use prayers for my mom if you would not mind trying to get her healed from a brain bleed. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, this is absolutely the place because we do a little thing around here I like to call shots and prayers. And especially right now, we're going to do one specifically for Kim C's mom. We're going to send out some positive vibes and healing energy. Take a big rip off of whatever you're enjoying right now and send that out into the clouds. Shots and prayers to Kim C's mom. I hope she gets well soon. And don't forget, guys, if there's ever anybody that you guys want to shout out and chat, if there's ever anybody on your mind that you want people to pray for or just keep them in your thoughts, please feel free to shout out shots and prayers or just drop their name in chat. And yeah, just anybody else out there going through anything right now that needs some positive vibes, shots and prayers to you all. Um, the Sea Moose should be back up and streaming tonight. Awesome. Thanks for the update, Ern. I noticed he did go live for the Reggae Sunday, the Irie Vibes last night. I missed it, unfortunately. I was hanging with my son. Kim C says, hope everyone is doing okay. Take care of yourself and family. You just never know. It's very true, Kim. I'm really sorry to hear about your mom. Ryan said, I'll be so bold as to say the Dead Rabbit 4 puts the Bonza Pro to shame. Dude. Hey, Steve-O. Yo, that's quite the endorsement. I actually was thinking, I pulled this tonight because I was thinking about wicking it up to taste that Cloud Chemist liquid. Because I don't know. It's either between that or I'm going to do the old school squonk tasting technique where we wick up a squonk addy and drip on it. And if we like it, we fill the squonk bottle. I'll decide when we get there. Going to pre-order the new Flipside squonk, but don't know what color I want. Black, red, green, gunmetal. Who's got them? I'm really interested in that Flipside. Yo, daddy, chill. Buy one of each. Yeah. Neil Pitts, don't stress. Don't we wish we could get one in every color? Money, no object. Yeah. I got the Heisenberry Crunch. I was looking at them when I ordered my Bonza Pro RTA from Straight Fire. And then I was also planning on getting a couple squonk bottles. I was only like $18 away from free shipping. And when I buy liquids like this, I got to get them in 0 milligram because I only brought this up to 1.5. And he only had certain ones available in 0 milligram. Blueberry cereal is a profile that I'm interested in. It's something that I've worked on in the past and they've been okay, but not quite where I want them. So I figured I'd give somebody else's a try. So we are going to taste this tonight as well. Heisenberry Crunch, you say? What's that about? Yeah, it's like a blueberry cereal. Like blueberry, but without the marshmallow, I think. Or maybe there is marshmallow in it. I'm not sure. Still got to get you some Atomic Peanut Puff. Yeah, they didn't have it in 0. And I mean, I've picked up things in 3 before, and I can tolerate a 3. I've got some of the FDH in 3, but it just takes me longer, it takes me longer to get through it, but it's a little more difficult to fully enjoy, it's because I'm a chain vapor and sometimes I'll overdo it. I definitely do want to try the Atomic Peanut Puff. Dickie Mo's got succulents in the RDA for vaping V2 on a Hex V3. Pretty awesome. That's one heck of a combo. Also, yeah, we had the tester set up running. Still have, and actually, we need to put a battery in this. Still got the R3 team single coil going on the Mage, on that OG Mage, but I don't think so here's the thing. I did a thing, the purple recoil on that OG Mage. I took the 4mm staggered fuse Clapton out, and I installed a 3.5mm Twisted Timmy's Alien NI90 Alien V1, and I re-wicked it to try a recipe that I've had sitting and steeping for way too long. This is the caramel coffee cookie dough recipe. It's on my ELR. I mixed this like way back in August. I vaped like through half of it and then just let it sit and forgot about it. And I've had a couple comments with people asking me to update my notes on how it turned out with extended steep. Not bad. Not bad. Again, like everything can use a little bit of work, but it does taste like, it doesn't taste like coffee so much as it tastes like caramel ice cream with like a cookie dough exhale. Is basically what it tastes like. And the Twisted Timmy's coil is an alien, so we're getting a little bit of crackle, which we were not getting from the 4mm Stag. Three and a half millimeter, 4mm coil even. Really, really great in the single coil with the 2.5mm airflow. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. I'm definitely going to polish off the rest of that tester bottle. Ern says the 50-bar blueberry cereal donut milk disposable is amazing, but the liquid that Beard makes is horrible. That's too bad. Their strawberry one is fantastic. That's one of the first desserty type cereal liquids I ever tried. Will, I missed you. I did see you come in. Good to see you, my dude. He's also vaping a Nio on the double barrel. Very cool. Oh yeah, he's the one that said Daddy Chill. Haven't seen Cloud Chemist in 0mg? Yeah, Straight Fire has a few. Paul Cole, woo! What's up, my dude? Hope y'all are staying cloudy. Indeed, sir. Indeed. Cloud cheers to Paul Cole. It's a site I order from in China. They have been great to order from. Things that customs have seized, they have offered money back and ship it differently, and I pay for it when it comes. Ah, okay. Speaking of which, I gotta check on a package. I'm not gonna talk about it live on the stream. Oh yeah. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm not gonna say what it is on stream, guys, but if you're not a member of the JMW Discord or the JMW Facebook group, and you are, well, regardless, if you're not a member, please feel free to join. I don't think anybody's in here to drop the Discord link at the moment. If anybody is able to, please do. But for our UK peeps, there's something special going on for the UK peeps. I think you might kind of get the drift. I can't quite say what it is on YouTube, but the information on that is in the Facebook group and in the Discord. On the main Facebook group page and in the announcement section of the Discord for our UK friends. Check it out, see what it's all about, because it might be a one-time opportunity. We're not 100% sure, but it's the first time ever, and maybe the only time. Hey, Funky Monk! Hi, Steve OCD in chat. I hope you're doing well. Dude, I hope you're doing well, my man. Oh, also, shout out to Sub-Ohm Enthusiast Retro Vapes. I noticed he's back to streaming on YouTube. He took quite a hiatus for a while. I think he's streaming at a different time now, but great content over there. He's from the UK as well. Sub-Ohm Enthusiast Retro Vapes. Really chill guy. Does a really cool live stream. I usually catch the replay most of the time, but I want to give him a shout out because it's cool to see him back as well. Last but not least, of course, you guys know that I'm always rocking the billet box. With that Voltrove 1.1, still got the cookie cane in it. I haven't made the last call on cookie cane yet, but I think I might be doing that sometime in the next week or so. The last call on cookie cane. Always loaded up with cookie cane. Fresh rewicked last night. And before we get into some mixes, let's see what you guys are rocking. A couple of you guys sent some stuff in. I gotta get them up on the Facebook, on my Facebook post real quick, so I can share them on screen. Will, thank you for the link, by the way. Bam. I found some stuff. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. No. Doesn't let you just add. You've always got to hit one. And then, there we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, Ronnie. Drive safe, my dude. Listening and drinking as usual. I think you meant driving. Next, we're gonna go to only, done, post. Let's give it a second, and we'll get this stuff up on screen. I was watching Swamp People all day. Good stuff. Yo, that's a cool show. I used to love shows like that. River Monsters was one of my old school favorites. Let's see. We're just waiting for that to get done, and then we can throw that up. Swamp People. I used to. Gosh, yeah. River Monsters, Swamp People. There were some other ones. Aliens Inside Me. I have not seen, but I've heard about it, and it yeah. Ern's got to get the fuck out of here. Hopefully I can see the roads on my way home. Yeah, get home safe, buddy. Get home safe. I know it's rough in some of the areas up north, in the Midwest. Let's see. Oh, so let's see what some of you guys are rocking with. I pulled some stuff without consent. Well, they were posted in public forums, so I just yoinked them. Paul's watched a good bit of River Monsters. That tigerfish from Africa is a crazy one. Yo, yeah, there's so many good ones, dude. It was like a comfort show. I used to fall asleep watching it a lot. So there we go. Bam, bam, bam. I stole this one. I think this was Silk Pump. I stole this one from the Yo-Yo Discord. I think this was Silk Pump. Silk Pump. I was digging on, the Bonza Pro, the old school Hexome. I'm not 100% sure which RDA that is on the Dreamer Clutch. He's rocking the Lady Liberty and some Jam W succulents. These white capped clear bottles are going to be going away. We're switching to all black bottles, I think, for the foreseeable future. No more dropper bottles either. 3 tops popped on people, and I don't want that to continue happening. So we're switching to at least Gorillas full time. I forgot who shared this one. Oh, this was Oz, the great and powerful Oz. Shared that, rocking some Pirates Mutiny. I'm not sure what Burrow device that is, Monarchy Edition something, but looking pretty good there. A classic take on a vanilla cannoli. I've never tried any Pirates Mutiny, but shout out to Josh Venice. He's doing his thing over there. He's one of the good ones. This was from later last week, late last week. Duchess Bonza Pro on the Hyperion V2, rocking some of his own liquids. Not available, but you know, he likes making his own labels for his own liquids. There was a time where he'd had them available, so I think he's got labels left over. I'm digging that Bonza Pro and Hyperion combo. And Birdie, I snagged a desk check from Birdie, mixing some of his own liquids now. He's got a Vango and a mixed berry shortbread cream. Sounds delicious. A couple of MTL setups on QP Fatal mods. Let's freaking go. The QP Nio. I think, is that the Ether? Is that the Ether? If I'm not mistaken, I might be. And this is our buddy Heath. Now, I wouldn't have realized this if I hadn't sent this out myself. And he did share the hand check with me. I love the way the universal black labels look on the black bottles. I think to save time, I might actually start printing a font on there when I use these labels. But yeah, I think it is so rad. And I know some of you do regularly share, have been regularly sharing JMW liquids on Reddit. But I haven't been on Reddit as much as I used to in the past. And it's just so cool to see the liquids being shared on another platform. Reddit was actually my initial entry to the online vape community before I found any Facebook groups, before I was a yo-yo. I started out in the Reddit communities. That's where I started learning about vaping and battery safety and getting my first recommendations for devices was some of the subreddits over there. And it's really cool to see you guys sharing the liquids over there. Shout out to Heath. I know Happy is another one. It's funny because Reddit is anonymous until you see something that you recognize and you're like, I know who that is. There we go. This was Metal Dad rocking a freaking Steam Crave. Whatever that big old mod is. Dell got his Cake Nana Cream. I sent Dell some Cake Nana Cream. His bottle of Cookie Cane, the top popped off on him, and we had to make that right. Always rocking that Jaka on the Hexome. Gorgeous pairing. We got some Jaka fans out there. And I'll tell you, they definitely got me convinced, but I just haven't run out to get a Jaka. And there's our Gundam check. I love that shot. That thing's friggin' sick, dude. Sick. Dell spends a lot of time building these kits and getting amazing shots, editing his videos down. Go give him a subscribe over on YouTube if you haven't already. And now we're taking a look at J. Logan's flavors. E flavors. I don't know what all of these are. Looks like some of these might be TFA. There might be a mix of different brands. I don't know if E Flavors is the company that bottled everything or if they were an actual flavor house. I don't recognize the name E Flavors, but looks like a nice collection of different flavorings there. Of course, Flavor West, lemonade, Bavarian cream, hazelnut, and peach. I don't think I've tried their peach, but all of these are 100% excellent flavorings. Another line that I do not know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if those are one shots, maybe, or just flavorings from someone that's not around or I've just never heard of before. some key lime pie, graham cracker, sweet cream, peach, vanilla ice cream, and some TFA. What do we got? Fruit circles with milk, peppermint, apricot. That's pretty good apricot. Strawberry ripe, classic. Key lime, one of my all-time favorite limes. Their fruit circles is great. Dairy milk is a staple. Banana nut bread, practically a one-shot. Never tried their milk chocolate. I don't know which graham cracker that is. Cheesecake graham crust. One of those flavors that pretty much everybody has. Peach, pear, and ripe banana. Heck yeah, dude. And some flavor art. Mango, cocoa, liquid amber. Love that. That liquid amber is great as an additive. Pineapple, orange, raspberry, vanilla, classic, marshmallow, and strawberry. Oh yeah. Some classic flavor art bangers right there. Hey, dude, that's definitely plenty to work with right there. Thank you guys for sharing. I'm sure I am well behind on comments here. Stephen Lane is here. Stephen Lane shared a recipe. Let's get that in the background. Let me find that link there. If it wants to pull up. Where is Stephen Lane? There he is. Let's get these windows open in the background so we can share them. Been vaping this deep cut Sedona peach pear today in the Fat Rabbit. Yo, that sounds good. Just gotta leave the shop. Oh yeah, I'll be here listening. All right, Ern. Caught the tigerfish on the Congo River, didn't he? I don't remember. Like I said, I used to fall asleep watching it, but it was a comfort show. Would be cool if you could do a liquid like, oh my god, it's cannabis. Yeah. Yo, that's funny. BB might have a Hexo V3 up for grabs soon. Green Flash Friday the 13th. Ooh. Special edition. Serial 001, brand new. Only took it out of the box to test it. Dang. There's bound to be. Oh, the Titan V2, said J. Logan. That was Metal Dad's mod there. I'm sure somebody might be interested in that. That's tempting. Paul just sent his girl to the dispensary getting some pineapple sherbet flour. Sounds yummy. I don't partake, but pineapple sherbet sounds great. They are old. I watched one of Dell's videos. The amount of pieces is crazy on those. Yeah, it is. Liquid nicotine wholesale. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. That's where I got my first supplies from. My first DIY supplies ever. 30% flour, pretty potent. Nice. Hear it, taste it, and feel it. Took forever to enter them all into ELR. Nice lineup, though. Yeah. Yeah, it does. But once you get like your initial haul of stuff entered, and then as you pick more flavors up, enter them as you go. Trust me. Before we get into the mixes that I want to do tonight, let's take a look at Neil's and Stephen L's, as they were so gracious to share their recipes links in chat for us. Let's see. First, we'll start with Neil. Neil's Red Velvet. Red Velvet chocolate frosting. Wonder flavors at 1.5%. Cream cheese icing at 0.5%. I see what you're doing there. The Devonshire cream. Wonder flavors at 0.5%. Love that. And the heavy cream from SSA at 1.5%. I haven't tried those two together yet. I bet that's nice. That's a nice mouthfeel. Pudding milk chocolate natural from Wonder Flavors, 0.75. The Wonder Flavors red velvet cake at 3. Now Rocky says that's nearly a one shot. other people have differing opinions, but I do regret not picking that up. Strawberry Raw VSO at a half. Super Sweet Perillum at a half. And Sweet Strawberry Cap. Okay. So, off the knuckle, a chocolate strawberry cake. Very nice. Yeah. I mean, I love a lot of those flavors. It looks really tasty, dude. Really tasty. I wonder if I switch over, will it just... No, it doesn't let me. I gotta remove and then I gotta reshare again. Wait, remove. Oh, that's why. I gotta hit stop sharing. I swear I know what I'm doing. Rocky thinks a lot of them are one shot, to be fair. Does he? That heavy cream is a good choice, bud. The heavy cream's awesome. Dalton, what'd you send me, buddy? Let me see. Dalton's S-Check. Here, I'm just going to throw this up like this. He's rocking the show. Boop. Is it going to focus for me? Is it going to focus? No, I hit the wrong button. No, don't open. Hold on, guys. Come on, let me close it now. All right. I accidentally opened Discord. Oh, now it's focusing. There we go. He's got his Ascent set up, billet box, FDH. Just chilling there. Wickin It Kickin It on the big screen. As always. I love to see that, man. I love to see it. Thank you, Dalton. Apologies. It was just easier to share it that way. Stephen Lane, the Golden Snitch. Quidditch. Yes. Stephen Lane getting to his VSO flavors. Banana Raw VSO at 2%. Marshmallow Raw VSO at 0.75. Super Sweet Perillum at a half. Vanilla Pudding Flavora at 1.5. Vanilla Raw VSO. I would like to try that Vanilla Raw. Vanilla Raw VSO at a half. White Chocolate Flavora at a half. And White Chocolate Raw VSO at 0.75. I've got to get the White Chocolate Raw. I have to. I have no choice. Because I'm almost out of the OG White Chocolate. I have the marshmallow. But I haven't used it yet. I keep forgetting. This looks awesome. This looks awesome. The Quidditch games. It's a banana, white chocolate, kind of like a banana pudding, but notes of white chocolate and marshmallow, basically. Very, very cool. That Banana Raw. It took a minute to grow on me, but in certain recipes, I do enjoy it. It's a good banana. It really is. I just ended up liking the noms better. I forgot to do this so you guys could see it just a little bit better. So there you go. Awesome. So let's see. Is this gonna let me? Yeah. Well, we already got it open. Last week, hey, one I am working on. Oh, hold on. Let's get this. Let's get this. Hey, why am I freezing? All right. Since Hippo was so gracious to share one as well, let's get that up. Go for it. I'm a custard hater, but that's just personal blindness on my palate. Thinking of adding a custard cake flavor to boost the cake and see if the custard part works well with the creams. Ah. Discord is the focus hack. Let's see. We're just winging it tonight. Let's see. I love the chat participation and you guys sharing recipes though. I love it. A little more focus on DIY was the plan for 2026. So thank you guys. Banana rum Foster. See, one of these times I want to take some of your guys' recipes as long as I have everything and maybe mix them on the show. If you guys are okay with it. I would obviously come to you and ask you first. Another banana raw, 2% BSO, butter rum Flavor West at 1.5, caramel from Flavor Art at 1, caramel butter, Wonder Flavors at 0.75. Love these together. The butter rum, I don't really use the Flavor West butter rum a lot. I should probably dig that out. I'm sure I have it somewhere. But butter rum really does wonders to back up caramel. Caramel raw VSO at 0.5. Really nice caramel layer right there. Cinnamon Danish swirl from Capella at 0.75. Nice and low. That's actually manageable for me. Cinnamon Danish swirl sometimes doesn't agree with me, but at a low percent like that, to add like the cinnamon note, that tiny little bit of pastry, yes, please. Ripe banana TFA at 1%, rum raw, very cool. BSO at 0.75, super sweet perillum at 1%, and vanilla bean ice cream Capella at 4%. Bananas rum Foster. Ooh, yes. That sounds delicious. I'm trying to piece together in my mind. Anything like banana, caramel, banana, butter rum, banana, butterscotch, anything, just such a great pairing. I love like banana and like those sticky caramelly type of flavors together. You add a little bit of ice cream, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that sounds delicious, Bo. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. Oh, we got face meat too? Let's go. What's up, face meat? Great to see you, dude. Oh yeah, I forgot. You got to tap this dropper now. Verify CAPTCHA. Complete verification. There we go. We're in. We're in, Mike Flynn. Yo yo. I lay butter rum too. If I need to make a swap, I will. Wanted to get, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Blue Diamond, great to see you. You made it. Hey, I hope everyone's holidays were great. Same to you. Cats on KB, can't reach KB too well. Let's see. Rice pudding from Face Meat here. Come on. Things are kind of starting to bog down on me a little bit here. The rice pudding, sweet creamy rice pudding with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Is there a more comforting dessert? I don't know. It's like a Snuggie for your mouth. I love that. Yes, the recipe specifies 0.001 Flora rich cinnamon. This shit is strong. Add 1 drop per 20 milliliters of finished liquid. You can also dilute rich cinnamon down in a 10% dilution. So 10% rich cinnamon to 90% PG, and then add that at 0.1%. I find the rich cinnamon a little bit easier to work with if you dilute it down. Mainly for making smaller batches, but he says 1 drop for 20 milliliter. So when you have instructions like that, it's beautiful because it really is a strong cinnamon, and too much of it can completely destroy a mix. Cinnamon Danish swirl at 1%. Cap super sweet 0.75. There's that rich cinnamon. Sweet rice. I really want to do some. I found a bottle of sweet rice in some of the unsorted stock that I have. 4%. A lot of people really love that flavor. And fresh cream fresh flavor art at 1%. Face Me, always getting it done. Simple and to the point. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, cinnamon rice pudding. That sounds fantastic. I will have to agree. Snuggie for your mouth. I love that description. I'm gonna have to try this. I have all these. I'm definitely gonna have to try this. Oh yeah, thank you, Face Me. I actually let me. All right, stop sharing. I'm gonna save this real quick if it lets me. Come on, where'd that go? I'll get it. I'll get back to it later. All right. I know where to find you, Face Me. That stuff is good. I have mixed and vaped like 240 mils of your Crunch Berry Shake now. Ready to try one of your other milkshake recipes. Awesome. I think the got the shakes for the strawberry, the Crunch Berry, and the marble cake milkshake are my favorites of the milkshakes that I've done. The milkshake base does, and I mean you're aware, you've used it and added to it. It works so well with just about everything. I also did one where I took Sifu's Banana Stone. I think I called it Milkshake Mustache. My milkshake base was Sifu's Banana Stone. Mix those together with a little bit of graham cracker. I used Flavora graham cracker, but use whatever graham cracker you like. And that turned out awesome also. Sifu's Banana Stone. Mwah. If you got the VTA banana custard. Yes. Let's see. I want to get some stuff mixed. If Seamoose is going to be back tonight, I definitely don't want to run long over into his stream. I would. Let's see. But last week we mixed this up. Blackberry cream bourbon is really good, but I need to get some different bourbon flavors to add to it. I keep on trying to go to my recipes. You guys keep sharing them. I don't want to like ignore it. Real quick. Yeah, too bad we can't raid from here. Yeah. Blackberry cream bourbon e-juice. Let's see. Blackberry cream bourbon from Stephen L. Blackberry raw VSO at 1/2. Bourbon raw VSO at 2%. Devonshire cream. So good. I think this Devonshire cream can really work wonders in any mix that you really want a good thick cream and add some mouthfeel. Devonshire cream at 2%, Mora blackberry, Wonder flavors at 2%, and super sweet perillum. Yeah, just a blackberry bourbon cream. Oh man, blackberry surprisingly pairs well with butter rum as well. You'd be surprised. I've got the OG blackberry from VSO and the Mora. I don't have the bourbon though. I've got. Maybe I could try it with a different bourbon. Play around with it. I like that idea. I like your thought process there. Blackberry bourbon cream. Let's see. Oh, I should have just stayed on there. Yeah, I know. I have thought of doing a strawberry and banana milkshake. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't think I've tried that yet. I don't know why. Huh. All right. So this is from last week. We mixed this up, and I'm gonna mix up another batch. We're gonna do another 30 mils, but first, I was thinking of. So here's what I was thinking. I don't know. The last couple puffs of it made me think that, because sometimes things will like steep, and they won't be steeped to completion yet. So like partial way through the steep, like things will taste different, and then if you let them sit more, like flavors that fade can sometimes come back, and that might be what's happening with this. But what I was thinking of was possibly lowering the cotton candy. I think the cotton candy definitely muted out the raspberry some. I think half of that cotton candy will accomplish what we need it to. It was quite sweet. The ice cream that I ate at my mom's house was sweet too, though. But what I want to do is lower this, either lower this white chocolate, because white chocolates too, like as they steep and they grow, sometimes they can dry a mix out a little bit. So maybe before I full on remove this, I might try to cut this in half as well. And I was either going to just raise the premium raspberry or add some Nom's raspberry jam. But if I add the Nom's raspberry jam, there might not be any need for the cotton candy. I feel like the raspberry notes that I was getting for it were spot on for the flavor profile I was looking for, going based on memory from what that ice cream I had from my mom's house tasted like. So what I was thinking of was just making these minor tweaks. We're going to adapt this. Let's go. Let's do this so it's shorter. WRC ice cream. We're going to go 1.2 because we're not changing any of the flavors in the mix. We're just changing some of the percentages. So I want to cut this in half, I think. And I think I want to just add a little, just like another 0.25% of the premium raspberry for now. If we need to go more, we'll go more. And I think I want to cut this in half. I was also considering maybe adding a Vienna, like taking out the white chocolate and adding a Vienna cream instead. Because the white chocolate milky cream does give you a decent amount of white chocolate flavor. I'm not sure if I need to work on the ice cream base. I feel like the raspberry cream was perfect. What do you guys think? Taste the Completion, JMW 2026. Just saw Grimm's Insta post. Flavoring ban coming to Washington State. Shaking my head. Yeah, dude. I don't know. What do you guys think? Devonshire, bro? I don't want to go Devonshire in this one. The only reason why I'm keeping the Devonshire out is because I got the creme de la creme in here. And the creme de la creme is actually pretty potent. I don't know if it needs to be raised at all. I'm debating on whether or not to take this white chocolate base out completely. It just helps boost the white chocolate note in the milky cream. 1% was too much, and I feel like that's what was drying it out. I think we're gonna try this. I felt like the cotton candy was a little too high, and I feel like the white chocolate was a little much, and it was kind of stomping all over anything. I just wanted to make some slight tweaks with that, see how it does, and if we need to build out the cream base some more, like I said, this is something we can revisit each week until, you know, we kind of get it where we want it. I wanted to do a project like that, and let's do this. Let's do that. Adapt 1.2, save. Awesome. Dry juices suck, and I mean it wasn't like overly dry. That's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to fully take it out or just lower it. The raspberry did, and the cotton candy did do a fairly good job keeping everything saturated and like sticky. So I think we'll be good. Those were kind of what I had in mind there. If I can, we can get these mixed. Oh, you know what? Let's do that too. Bam. All right. Starting to move things down to 1.5. I want to do a 30. We went through the 30 mil of this first one. We'll easily go through a 30 mil of this one. So let me grab my flavors and just line them up here real quick. Hopefully I can tilt this without messing up my camera. Yep, okay. All right, cool. What about a little vanilla gelato Italian? Yeah, I mean, I did consider that. I do like adding that to ice creams as well. That's why I was saying I think I want to, because I feel like the ice cream mouthfeel was plenty. I just think the white chocolate was drowning it out a little bit too much, and the cotton candy was muting out some of the raspberry. But after this, I think the vanilla gelato Italian will probably be the next call to add to it. And that can be easily done if I like halfway through the week or something, if I want to add a few drops or something. Good call, Neil. Vanilla gelato, it goes great with the vanilla bean ice cream. Cotton candy. Gosh darn. I gotta line everything up. Creme de la creme. Premium raspberry. Raspberry cream. Super sweet. Vanilla bean ice cream. White chocolate, milky cream, and the white chocolate. Awesome. We got our bottle from last week, all rinsed out, emptied. We vaped it all. I rinsed it out right before the stream. Let's see if we can kind of get through this fairly quickly, because I would like to actually wick something up tonight and vape that freaking blueberry cereal. It's just easier to get the mixing out of the way and then move the scale off to the side afterwards. Let's see. Cotton candy. Oh, we're knocking stuff over. Let's slow down. Let's slow down real quick. Actually, take a sip. Take a vape. There we go. Focus. Focus. Cotton candy flavora. 0.08 grams. We cut it in half from last week, so... Oh, no, wait. There we go. 0.15 grams. I didn't refresh it to the 30 mil. One more drop. Boop. Perfect. The creme de la creme, 0.30 grams. I sometimes use a small amount of whipped marshmallow. I don't have that one, dang it. Capella when I'm using white chocolate flavors. And I don't think Bull City has it anymore. Duchess swears by that flavor. 0.30 grams. It sounds fantastic. There we go. Premium raspberry, 0.68 grams, because we're going up to 2 1/4 here. Hopefully the beat, the chill beat in the background isn't too loud. I was watching the replay, and I noticed last week I think I had it just a tad too high. Come on, there we go. I can't. It doesn't sound the same without it anymore. Once we started using it. Oh, come on. Where'd that go? The scale dipped down on me. Let's go one more drop here. There we go. The raspberry cream, 0.90. Now it's perfect for me. I like it. Nah, it's perfect. Okay, awesome. 0.90 grams. I'm still finishing off. I still actually got quite a bit left. This is the beta test bottle that they initially sent when we were beta testing these. Still haven't gotten through the first bottle of this, if you can believe it or not. My Devonshire one, though, that's long gone. The lemon sorbet, also long gone. I polished those first bottles off. Oh, there we go. 0.90 grams on the dot. Super sweet, 0.23 grams. Capella. Trying not to go over. Trying to just get one more drop out. Boom, good. Sometimes you try to get one drop out and you get two when you don't want them. Everything's a mess in this box. I can't get them to stand up. Every time I get one bottle to stand up, another one falls over. All right, screw it. I'm just trying to keep everything organized. Vanilla bean ice cream, flavor West. 1.05 grams. Definitely, man. I'm thinking about that rice pudding, man. It's only a few flavors. I feel like next time we mix, we can bust that out, mix it, and try it. White chocolate milky cream. 0.45 grams. There we go. That should be spot on. No? One more drop. C. Alright. And the white chocolate base VTA. We cut that one in half. 0.15 grams. These drops are coming out big, so I want to be careful with them. Let's wait and see if it... Yep. We're going to stop at 0.14. That's close enough. I don't want to go over. Get out of here. The small bottles keep falling over, making a mess. There. I'm just going to shove them to the side. All right. VG, 26.49 grams. Just dumping it in. I can hear my son humming. Oh, shit. I went a little over. We're just going to take away from the PG. So it's supposed to be 26.49. I went to 27.1. So we're going to take away 0.6 grams from our PG. It is what it is. So we're going to do 4.2 instead of 4.82. Because my dumbass overdumped it. It won't make too big of a difference in the mix. It'll just be a tad bit thicker. 4.22. Bam. It'll be like more like a 75-25. I totally forgot to refill my dropper. So I gotta... this guy with my additive. So I gotta take it from here. Yeah. .47. Flavored nicotine vaping is what keeps me off cigarettes, because adults enjoy flavors. Don't let them tell you otherwise. All right. I'm going to give this a mix. I'm leaving last week's Elder Dragon wicked after I drip on it a couple times. It's basically the same recipe with some minor tweaks. The proof is in as it steeps. By day 4 or 5, I feel like I started noticing that I was losing the raspberry note on it a little bit. So that's basically what we're going to be paying attention for throughout the week. And let's see though. Basically the same recipe, but we're just gonna drip some right now and try it. Right off the rip. I remember it was so fantastic and bright raspberry that first couple of days. Delicious juice keeps me from cigarettes too. Yes, it does for all of us. That's why we're here. It is the common interest that binds us. That Duchess coil's still giving me nice crackle. I hear she gives great crackle. Cheers. Oh, hey, unknown. I need to get one of them elder dragons to see what they're like. Pretty excellent. Pretty excellent. Mm-hmm. Delicious. I think even right off the shake, I feel like the raspberry is a little, it tastes a little, because the premium raspberry is already a bit candied. I didn't think it needed that much cotton candy. So, definitely, I think cutting it down was the right choice. We only needed a little bit to accomplish what we're using it for, and that's to try to help kind of jam it up a little bit more. But I also wanted that like specific cotton candy type of sweetness that it adds to the ice cream as well. It's very, very faint, but like as far as how it affects the ice cream, I think it affects the raspberry more. Yeah, it's still delicious right off the shake. The steep is where we're going to find out whether or not we keep it or we continue altering it. But by even like right off the shake, it tastes so similar to how that ice cream tasted in my mouth after it melted in my mouth when I was eating it at my mother's house. It's just that steep. I'm looking for a specific amount of thickness and mouthfeel to be added without the white chocolate making it go too dry and without it losing too much raspberry. That's the balancing act that we're going to be playing with this mix. Mmm. That's yum. That is yum. We're going to pivot to an entirely different type of mix, though. I don't know if we're going to be able... I don't know if we're going to be able to taste this one off the shake. It's got chocolates in it, so I'm not 100% sure. Let's go back. I shared this on Saturday night. I'm going to mix this up. The red velvet cake mix cookie. Here's a picture of it here. If you Google red velvet cake mix cookie, you'll find a dozen recipes pop right up on the first page. Many of them will include white chocolate chips. I wanted to go a different route with some cream cheese icing instead. This version, basically, it's like a hack where you use cake mix to create your cookie dough. But I wanted to take that recipe and put it in, convert it over into a vape recipe where we went cream cheese icing Lorenz, 1.5. This was for seldom, never used. So that's why we're using some of the flavors we're using. This is a profile that I would like to tweak if necessary as well. Lava Cake Liquid Barn at 2.5. You can go much higher with that flavor, but I'm really just trying to add to this Red Velvet Flavora at 1%. The Red Velvet Flavora is a pretty strong red velvet note, at least off the shake. Tim says it fades a little bit over time, so we'll see how the lava cake adds to it, helps build out that cake mix, the chocolate cake mix. Sugar cookie cap, because it's a cookie, you got to have some cookie. Sugar cookie is kind of the standard, and it's soft, it's delicious. It just works so well for a main cookie base. Super sweet pearl at 0.75. The ultimate yellow cake flavor jungle. Again, I'm just trying to help add to that cake mix factor of the cookie dough being made from cake mix. I'm using it low at 1% because I've never used it in a mix before. I don't want to overdo it. And the vanilla custard cheesecake 1-on-1 at 1.5%. That should help add to the cream cheese icing topping, but it'll add a vanilla custard note, help keep it soft. And yeah, I'm hoping that this turns out good. The lava cake does taste similar to the flavor or the Flavora chocolate Deutsch that I like to use a lot. I haven't got the ultimate. I don't have that many of the ultimates. The ultimate sugar cookie you just ordered, and their vanilla bean ice cream. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying them. I'm just not in a rush to run out and get them. Excuse me. So the Flavora chocolate Deutsch has similar notes, but it's a lot stronger. So it's possible that could be used in this mix, but at a lower percent as well. There's lots of other things I considered adding to this mix. Wonder Flavors cookie butter. I thought about maybe incorporating the natural chocolate pudding. Natural chocolate pudding would kind of give it like a gooey center, I think. But we're going to try this. We're going to try this. And we're going to see how it does. We just got to line our flavors up again. I also have to put my phone onto the correct recipe here. I'm only going to do a 15 mil of this one, I think, though. Chocolates can be a little bit more finicky. Some of these flavors I've never worked with in a mix before, so we're going to keep it smaller and go from there. Let's see, super sweet. Ultimate yellow cake. Is this even open? Yes, it is. Bam. And the vanilla custard cheesecake. There we go. And we got our bottle here. Already pre-labeled because, like I said last week, I don't know why this label paper is leaving the sticky glue behind on the bottles. So after I clean them, I got to put a label back on them so they're not all sticky. All right. Cream cheese icing. Bam. At 0.23 grams. Perfect. Here's the lava cake. Back from when Bull City still carried Liquid Barn. The Liquid Barn lava cake. Has anyone ever had red velvet old school icing? Sounds weird, but good, craziest concoction, but works. I have not. Ooh. 0.38 grams. Come on. There we go. Here's that Flavora red velvet that I found. This is, I don't even know when this bottle's from, but it's from Bull City Flavors. I don't even remember a time when Bull City used these bottles, so it's before my time. I put a post out asking if anyone has an elder. Good luck, my man. Good luck. 0.15 grams. We're keeping it light. This bottle looks like it wants to leak a little, so we got to be careful. Take our time. One more drop. Boom, 0.15 on the dot. Our sugar cookie. Sugar. Capella. What other grams do you weigh on that scale? This is it. This is it. 0.45 grams. I got a bigger scale too that weighs up to 3,000 grams for doing full-size liter batches. Bam. Perlum Super Sweet. Starts with milk and flour. You cook to a thick paste, cool it, mix with butter, Crisco, sugar, vanilla. Very fluffy icing. Good, but no one believe it turns into icing. Huh. It sounds awesome. 0.11 grams. If we get to 0.10, that'll be close enough. Yeah, 0.10 is good. Usually what I do is three drops. Oh, it went up to 0.1. No, that went back down. 0.10. The ultimate yellow cake. The free sample that I got from Flavel Jungle. Thank you, Flavel Jungle. That's 0.15 grams. We're keeping that low as well. I do have the other Elder Dragon sitting right there. I guess maybe we could just throw a wick in here and taste it off the shake. Come on. There we go. But chocolates, for me, they usually tend to definitely need more of a steep, but I suppose we could see how it tastes off the shake. It's not going to kill us. 0.23 grams of the vanilla custard cheesecake. When you started DIY, did you use volumetric measurements or did you go straight to weight? Straight to weight. Straight to weight. But my first scale was like a cheap battery powered scale I got from Liquid Nicotine wholesalers. I contemplated pulling the trigger on my first order of supplies for like months and months and months. I read everything I possibly could on different forums and the DIY e-liquid subreddit and watching YouTube videos for like a good 6 months, just gathering information before I ever even made my first attempt. And everyone suggested weight. And that's just how I've always done it. I know I've met a couple people that do it old school though, like that. 0.23 grams. I've heard that when you get into like large, like commercial size, like batches, like mixing like gallons and gallons at a time, you have to do by volume. I don't know how accurate that is though. Shed time joke didn't do well. What base do you get your flavors in? PG? Yes. That's what all mine are in. I feel well, most flavors are PG based, but some like Real Flavors does VG based flavors. Liquid Barn has a few VG based flavors. I'm sure there's some others out there. VSO Raw, the VSO Raws aren't PG based, but they're also not in VG either. Do you think Philadelphia butter cake winter flavor, you add a buttery touch to a cookie recipe? It could work, yeah. I've used all kinds of different cakes to help add some body to a cookie. I think that could work, yes. Stuck with volumetric for years, fucking about with syringes and pipettes. Measuring by weight was a game changer. Oh yeah, I bet, dude. Ryan does it by drop still. Sick, dude. Nice. Yeah, I've got so many. I used to have tons of pipettes. Now I've got tons of these laying around. Every time I order a bottle from Medicine Flower, they give you a glass dropper for every bottle you order. I've got boxes full of these things now. So if I ever need a dropper for something, I've got one. Plenty. I got plenty. Ern's finally home. That sucked. Not quite as bad as this morning, but that wasn't fun. Dang, dude. Well, I'm glad you made it home safe, my dude. Oh, this is PG. I guess we're starting with PG. 2.69. Grabbed the wrong bottle. OS DIY. Nice. They do VG base flavorings. That's close enough. There we go. 13.25 grams of VG. This is the correct bottle this time. Doesn't really matter what order you put everything in. I just always put the VG in first because I'm used to using one shots. When I mix like an actual bottle, I put the VG in first because PG floats on top of VG. So if I make a mistake, it's easier to correct that way. Because if I add too much VG, I could dump a little bit out. And then if I add a little bit too much PG, I can suck a little bit up with a dropper that's floating up on top of the VG. So if I make mistakes, it's easier to fix them. All right, and then our additive again. 1 drop equals 0.02 grams. Yeah, typically that's what I get. Some flavorings are heavier than others, or heavier and lighter than others, though, I've noticed. But that's the general rule of thumb. I forgot to switch the... Oh, no, that is 0.15. Yeah, okay, sweet. Perfect. Blue red slush, strawberry milk, pink lemonade are all VG. Okay. Flavors had warnings on them. Is that something to worry about? It depends on what the warnings are. Really, it all depends on your personal level of risk, right? Um, some flavors will have warnings on them because they use certain compounds. Even Super Sweet itself has that warning on them. And that's the beauty of DIY. We have the ability to choose whether or not we want to use certain compounds in our liquids. The information is available for us on most flavors and what is in them. So if we don't want to use diacetyl, we don't use diacetyl. But we have the choice to use it if we want to, you know. The same thing goes with things like acetylene, alcohol-based flavorings, sucralose, things of that nature. Yeah, acetylene. I mean, it's a pretty standard warning. In my opinion, any of those flavorings that fall under that DAP category, give it to me. I want more of it. Like the acetylene, the diacetyl, all that buttery, delicious goodness. I want it. Give it to me. Root beer as the heaviest soda? Yeah. Like, for instance, or like the big electronic pipette thingy. They held like 60 to 100 mils at a time or something crazy. Oh, dang. So we're going to get the scale out of the way. What do you got? You guys think I should just taste this right off the shake? Because otherwise, what are we going to do? Wait until next week to try it? No diacetyl warnings? Yeah, not a lot of flavorings have it in it anymore. Some do though. Like Loran's Butter Rum has it. Custard Premium, I'm pretty sure has it. It's crystal clear that no matter you're vaping, you're doing yourself much less harm compared to smoking. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Nothing we vape can ever come close to the harm and chems from a single cigarette. Send it to me. I'll take it all. Diacetyl love. Yes. That's my thoughts as well. Listen, I used to put terrible stuff into my body. Even worse, you know what I mean? Even worse things. Drugs, alcohol. For me, alcohol does not agree with me. Okay? I can't handle my alcohol. I break out in handcuffs. No. Acetylene isn't what cracks tanks. It's citric acid. Citric acid. It's all right. I guess. Darn it! I should have grabbed another mod. So I've got, boom, a spare Elder Dragon. We'll spin this guy off of here. My drip tip fell. I don't know how that happened. It was loose. Gravity's not my friend today. Same here, and I can't handle booze either. Makes me rage and very aggressive. Yeah, absolutely, Jay Logan. That's what we're all here for. And if I don't know the answer, somebody in chat very well likely is likely to. Let's stop sharing. Let's get this off the screen, huh? We've had a lot of sharing tonight, and thank you. There was one recipe that I think I missed from Neil, but I think it's way up back there. Sorry, Neil. I used to use syringes for other things than mixing liquid. I think vaping is the least of my worries. Absolutely. Oh, dang it. This I don't even know what's in here. Oh, yeah, I do. This had the orange creamsicle thing in it. I'm gonna have to pull these wicks, and we're gonna have to rinse this out. Well, you guys can see the part that you don't normally see, the actual cleaning. I pull my wicks out, boom. Maybe there's somebody new. And then I don't dry fire it here. I take it over to the sink and I rinse it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the sink and rinse it real quick. Follow me. Okay, you can't follow me. Normally, I would put the hold screen on, but we're just going to go rinse this real quick. Ugh. We're going to give it a rinse. We're going to rinse out our cap. Make sure to pop the drip tip out to rinse it. Nice warm water. Now, if it was super gunked up, I might have fired it beforehand. Fired it beforehand. Use some soapy water. Ultrasonic. Yeah, ultrasonic. Yeah, clean your damn drip tips. Yep. I always pop the drip tip out. I would use the ultrasonic cleaner if it was necessary. This last liquid baked quite clean, so I'm just giving it a warm rinse, just so for the sake of the live stream. When are you going to get that new close-up camera going? Dude, I'm super slow when it comes to that stuff. I'm not the most technically savvy. What I got to do is when I have some free time is just hook it up and see if it runs on this laptop, okay? One thing, I'll try to get that done over this next week. Try to get that done over this next week. Because it's possible I might, for now, just be able to put it on this tripod and then just clip this camera to the top of my laptop here. And then angle it like it'll be a slightly different angle. But then when I read the chat, it might actually look like I'm actually looking into the screen instead of slightly off to the side. And then maybe I can use this tripod here. What I would like to do is find like a boom arm to get the top-down view, but I don't know if I've got the space for all of that. Things get messy as it is, and if there's like an arm hanging down in front of me, I guess we're not going to know until we try. It just new technology intimidates me, so I procrastinate, and I apologize. I am a big advocate of cleaning your vape shit. Yes. So, I mean, I typically clean things. Oh, wait. It depends. I mean, most things, like I'll set everything up on Monday. Usually by Saturday night, I'm breaking things down and cleaning them, so I don't have a ridiculous amount of things in rotation by the time Monday comes around again. Unless I want to keep something in rotation, and then I'll re-wick it, or I'll just keep it going if it's not ready to be re-wicked yet. All right. So, all rinsed out. Now oh shit, I forgot to turn the wattage down. Don't do what I just did. Make sure to turn your wattage down. And glow it softly. Bam. And I get like a Q-tip, and I'll get in those wells just to make sure that there's no residual water. Bam, we're ready to rock. Nice and clean. And these Duchess coils, they stay super clean after several uses, especially if you're re-wicking, you know, once, twice a week. Usually I'll do once a week. That liquid was vaping pretty clean, but I've been using this coil for at least a couple months now, and it's still like brand new. Rebels Never Die. I just had a white people taco night as well. Hey, welcome to Wickin It Kickin It. It's not limited to only white people, but white people love it the most. White people taco night. Bro, I forgot to get taco stuff when I went shopping. Darn it, Dean. I was going to do white people taco night. Hey, Duchess! Mental health is hyper important. If you are struggling, please know you're not alone. And if it's needed, you can visit that website right there, or you can dial 988 for assistance in the US and 116-123 in the UK. Very, very important, guys, especially this time of year. Please feel free to reach out to anyone in this chat, anyone in, you know, in our community. And it works both ways, guys. Reach out to the people that you care about. Check in on them. Check in on them. Let them know that they're loved. Ask them how they're doing. Let them know that you love them, man. You never know whose day you're going to improve. Let me grab this. I run the same setups for like a month at a time. Yeah, like my billet box, I re-wick like every 3 or 4 weeks. Try to finish a bottle of juice and give each setup a fair shot. Yeah. A bottle of juice lasts you more than 3 days. Yeah. Depends on the juice. We got to get this going because we need to wick up that Bonza Pro still too. Well, what do you guys think? The Bonza Pro so I can drip? I was thinking going dual coil with the Heisenberry Crunch, but I was also considering maybe the Karma on the Squonk, because that does pretty good with blueberry desserts. Blueberry desserts, blueberry bakery, blueberry cereal, whatever. Peel a little bit off. But the Bonza Pro in dual coil mode with the single coil insert, super, super dense flavor. That's why I was leaning towards the Bonza Pro. Oftentimes I taste test new recipes with the Elder Dragon, but both Elder Dragons are going to be in use now. Phrasing is lurking. What's up, Phrasing? I'm going to give this the old back and forth here a little bit. There we go. Snippity doo-dah. Bam. Put that in the save pile. Incoming message now. Just don't message me because I don't care about your problems. Yeah, don't message Duchess. Let's use this to give that a little fluff. Little fluff. Pick the ends of that out. Mostly because the scissors crimped that. I'm just gonna pull the ends off there. Bingo blammo. the quick tuck. The quick Elder Dragon tuck doesn't take much. Sometimes I'll try to pull that back up a little bit, fluff it out. Fluff it out. Like so it's spread across the sides there. Boom. All right, let's juice up with this new liquid. Steve-O, I have my team single coil real coil on the way. Yes, finally. Okay, this is that red velvet cake mix cookie. Actually just mixed up 4 120 ml one shots today because I'm tired of waiting for individual bottles to steep. So I just batched it. Let's go. Yeah, it is helpful. For a chocolate liquid, this is a surprisingly light liquid. Some chocolates are super dark in color. The red velvet itself was like actually almost red. Everything else was a lighter color though. I'm pretty positive this is definitely going to need a longer steep time, but we're going to try it anyway. Not getting as much crackle out of this wick job. Oh, there we go. As the other Elder Dragon. That other Elder Dragon was snapping. Snapdragon. All right. Cap it. Let's taste it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. We're still on my eyeball. There we go. We got to get this other liquid tasted. We're starting to run short on time. Wow. That's really good. It's not like an overbearing amount of chocolate. I'm definitely getting like the cookie aspects of it. I don't know, maybe we could have went a little bit higher on the red velvet. It's there though. It tastes like red velvet. The lava cake isn't overpowering the red velvet, but it's definitely lighter in this mix than I anticipated. And it's a lot tastier off the shake than I thought too. I don't know. Oh yeah, see on the lingering after you exhale and then you breathe, like it's the red velvet is sticking like to the top of my palate. Just like when you breathe through your nose, like out through your nose after the vape, I can taste it lingering on my palate. Wow, I am really impressed with myself right now. Oh my gosh, this is good. It's a little bit more, like it's got a nice thick mouthfeel. It's not like that full on bakery texture yet. I think that can happen with the steep. I do think we could probably stand to raise the red velvet up to like maybe 1.25%. I think that's worth a try. I'm gonna say though, I think I'm starting to learn my lesson that these 15 milliliter batches are no longer a go. We're just going to have to YOLO it and start doing 30s because this is good. It's got a slight bit of like that Tootsie Roll chocolate kind of note the lava cake does. Man, never in my life did I think I was going to be at a point where I was enjoying chocolate liquids. And I'm starting to incorporate chocolate layers into things more and more often. At least for my own personal mixing journey. I can see where now that like I've been pumping on it a little bit more where it needs to steep. There's a little bit of like raciness where like the flavors, you can tell like the flavors aren't quite combined and things need to mature and grow. I'm getting like that Tootsie Roll kind of is almost like an off note to me when I'm thinking of like good quality chocolates. I'm hoping that steeps out. But I do think we might be able to push that red velvet up at least another 1/4%. I originally, when I first drafted it at 1.5. But I was like, nah, maybe not. Let's start easy. Blue Diamond says I have a super dark chocolate from Zeus Juice. They're hot chocolate, but it's super decadent and nummy. Hell yeah. Oh my God, Tootsie Roll, gimme please. Yeah. I wish I could figure out Wonder Flavor's Red Velvet. I've only used it once, to be fair. I wish I had it. Honestly. Ern says I need a malted chocolate liquid again. My favorite chocolate was Ninja Man. Unknown found an elder, but it's in the States. The first chocolate juice I tried was Golden Ticket. Yeah. I've heard great things about that. All right. So that's pretty promising for an initial shake and vape. Dang it. I've only got this one mod. That was the reason why I got the Odin, but then I put the Odin out of the way in the cabinet. So I didn't have to constantly move atomizers off the paranormal to wick other things. I think I'm gonna go Bonza Pro. Let's wick up the Bonza Pro, and we're gonna try this Heisenberry Crunch to finish off the night. Thank you guys for sitting through. I know a lot of people hear DIY, and DIY is super interesting, but I know some people do prefer the hardware side of things. So, we are going to at least wick up one more thing here because we got to try this liquid. It's been 3 weeks. The last 2 weeks, I forgot to add my additive to it to get it prepared. And here we are. This is our dual Duchess coil triple 28s. Triple 28s. Nice and close together so they can fit inside of the single coil insert on the Bonza Pro. I'm going to give these a little bit of a glow because they've been sitting. These are coming out at a 0.14. It usually helps if I set the focus back to where it belongs. One coil's a little faster than the other one. It wasn't doing that before, not the last time I used it. Interesting. Let's do this. Let's make sure that these are nice and tight. Oh yeah, much better. One's still a little faster. What are you gonna do? They're mostly glowing evenly. Oh, I have the bully coils in my Bonza. Yeah, I'm using these because I'm using the single coil insert. And I felt like it was perfect, especially with the brand new P45Bs that I have. Let's get our cotton cut. Get this wicked. Get this liquid tasted. Come on. Bam. Bam. This out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Pulling a little sliver off each side. So basically, these are the same coils that are in the Elder Dragons, except there's only one in each Elder Dragon, obviously. Just pulling a little tiny bit off of each side. Because even though this is 2.5 millimeter cotton, but I could actually put it through a 3 millimeter coil if I didn't pull any off. Bonza Pro does that too when I go to rewick. Huh. See, it's still pretty snug. Still snug. On the Hyperion, yeah, I shared your Bonza Pro and Hyperion earlier. Actually, Duchess, I stole it from I think CBL. I think I stole it from there because I liked it, and I've been stealing setup checks, hand checks, and desk checks from random places. There we go. There we go. Boom. Cotton's a little snug in the center of the coil. Maybe a little more snug than I'll regularly do it, but it's going to be perfectly fine. It'll just hold up a little bit better to the heat. We're going to pick this out. I need to get better scissors. I need to get some of those Fiskars. These scissors are leaving crimps every single time now in the tips of my cotton. Because I'm not really trying to thin this out. I'm just trying to pick those crimps out, but it ends up getting thinned out kind of by default here when you pick at it. This side's a little bit longer. There we go. Clean this up. Bingo blammo. My bond. There we are. Stuck them right in. Nice and easy. I like to run my thing down the center to leave a little space in between my wicks. There we go. Sea Moose is back. He's early. So there will be a dopamine. There is dopamine dump tonight for those of you that want some additional content once we're finished here, go check out Wee Baby Seamus over on Twitch. Let's get this juiced up so we can taste this. I've already knuckled it, and off the knuckle, it kind of tastes how I expect. Ooh, nice blueberry note hitting my nose right away, and ooh, yeah, that smells. Just it smells exactly like blueberry cereal. Oh man. Let's freaking go. Just dump some liquid on there. Kind of clean it up a touch and we'll be ready to rock. I don't remember what side, so doesn't really matter, I guess. Bam. The only problem is there, getting that off of there without turning the airflow too much. Line up the airflow, kind of crank it and turn it. Perfect. Because the airflow wants to turn when you go to take it off. Let's bring this out. We're too close. Bam. So we're going with the Fur Mech because it is the matchy. All right. Got our beauty ring on. And let's be careful. As soon as it starts to tighten up, we stop. Boom. Okay, perfect. I had it lined up so the logo used to face front, but I think the 510 spun a little. But for right now, we're not worried about that. Bam, there we go. Super duper matchy. Let's taste this liquid. Want to make sure my autofocus is on. All right. Here we go, guys. The Cloud Chemist Heisenberry Crunch Blueberry Cereal. I'm excited to give this one a go. Cheers. Yup. Right off the bat, it's that really nice. Hey, stolen! It's that really nice artificial blueberry that I feel is unique to like using in a cereal. Whoa, should probably put my mouth on that. It's got that nice grainy cereal texture, but so far, it's a nice balance of the blueberry and the cereal. Some cereals, I feel like the cereal like if it's a fruity cereal, the cereal, hey, what's up, Seamus? Seamus is back tonight, y'all. Some cereals, I feel like that cereal, the graininess, the cereal note overpowers the fruity flavor. So far, it's only been a couple hits. But so far, it seems like it's a really nice balance. Yeah, that's what she said. I don't taste any cinnamon. It's a blueberry. It's a blueberry cereal. I do understand your concern, though, and I understand why you're very particular about cinnamon because you have an allergy. Some flavorings do have trace amounts of cinnamon, even when you don't think they should. I don't taste any in here, though. I don't know if I might be getting like a slight bit. I don't know if it's quite like a creamy exhale. I think it's like a frosted sugary coating exhale. So a nice amount of that artificial blueberry, and not like that sickly artificial blueberry. It's a sweet blueberry that I feel is, it's like exclusive to cereals. You know what I mean? Oh, really? You think there's cinnamon in their base? That very well could be true. I don't taste it, but you would know because what did you? Which one did you try? The peanut butter, and it didn't agree with you. Hmm. I don't. You know, it it's kind of different. Like I said, some cereals are more in your face, grainy cereal. So this one's kind of throwing me for a loop. Yeah, it's definitely a nice like a nice sugar coating. You almost died? Holy shit, dude. It for sure had cinnamon. Dang. So even if maybe it's not present, it very well might have some cinnamon in their cereal base. I mean, and like I believe that. If they use like any graham cracker, lots of graham crackers have trace amounts of cinnamon in them, even when you feel like they shouldn't. The only ones I don't think do are graham cracker clear and maybe the flavor West. Certain flavors mask it better. The RY4 flavor has been noted on a couple of their flavors. So RY4 and cinnamon based. Dang. I feel like it's acetylpyrazine. Acetylpyrazine because RY4 also has acetylpyrazine in it. It's that nutty flavor that you get in RY4. And acetylpyrazine is typically in cereals. It's used to boost like cereals. So take it from Seamus, if you're sensitive to cinnamon, it's quite possibly in their base. I am normally sensitive to cinnamons unless it's at a low amount. So it might be low enough to where I can't taste it. The blueberry very well might be covering it up. I'm getting a really nice blueberry from this though. It does. It kind of reminds me of blueberries. If you took out the marshmallows, but if you like frosted blueberries and like the frosted flake sugar, because I'm definitely getting like that sugar coating on the exhale. I don't think I'm getting any milk though. I think it's like a straight dry cereal. Like it's not dry, but I think it's supposed to be a cereal without milk. And I think they're all supposed to have like that frosted coating on them. This really surprised me. I don't typically pick up liquids like this, but I've been hearing lots of good things about the Cloud Chemist, and it was definitely worth it to pay the $18 to get to free shipping rather than not adding it and paying $10 for shipping. So it's not dry, but it's dry. It's not. I don't know how to explain it. It's supposed to be a cereal without milk, and they managed to pull it off without it like drying out your palate. Or maybe I'm just not picking up on the cream myself. Cause that frosty, sugary coating is 100% what lingers, and it's darn tasty. So I mean, if you like cereals, if you like blueberry, I would recommend this. I was curious to taste somebody else's blueberry cereal because I'm still gonna try to work on my own. A blueberry cereal is a goal for me. It's one of my white whales. So we did it. We did it. We looked at a bunch of your recipes. We managed to get both of our recipes mixed tonight. Do a little bit of an adaptation on the raspberry white chocolate ice cream. That is the Elder Dragon that I'm going to put back onto the paranormal, because that's the one I'm going to continue testing throughout the week so we can report back again next Monday. We're going to let the red velvet steep a little bit. We're going to keep this in rotation over the next few days. And yeah, that's it. We're all done here. It's 9:30. Time for the dopamine dump. Guys, I really appreciate the hell out of you for coming and hanging out with me every Monday to get this week started. We're back in business with our fun back-to-back stream. Go head on over to Twitch, say what's up to the wee baby Seamus, and support him over there. It's good vibes. I want a little bit of another taste of this raspberry. Yeah. I think we're a little bit better with the less cotton candy, less white chocolate. Guys, I hope everybody has a kick-ass week. I love each and every one of you. Don't forget to tell someone you love them. Feel free to put any of your hashtags, funny little quips and goodbyes in the chat. I like to throw them up on screen on our way out of here. You guys are fucking awesome. I'll see you guys throughout the week at all the other things. I don't know if anybody's in the JMW Discord hanging out. I'll try to pop in and say what's up. But I definitely got some work to do. I would like to spend some time with my son. He's been chilling back here behind me waiting. So I'm going to go hang out with him. And depending on how the night goes, if people are in the Discord, I'll hop in and say what's up. But appreciate you guys. Thank you, as always, for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW.